Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2. What's going to happen? It's going down today. Be sure to like the video and share the video. Tyson Fury, what are you going to do to beat Alexander Usyk this time? Because last time, Tyson, you went in there or doing all those hand behind your back settings, all of that shenanigans. Usyk is landing shots and then you're tapping your head as if nothing landed. And then you got nearly knocked out in round 9, big man. How are you going to rectify those transgressions? That's what we need to. That's what we need to know. That's what I'm going to be jumping into. How does Tyson Fury beat Alexander Usyk? Because we know what Alexander Usyk is going to do. We know he's the king of the adjustments, king of chopping down that tree, breaking down the big man. He done it to AJ, done it to Daniel Dubois. He's beat Chisora already. He knows how to get to these guys, break them down, accumulation of punishment. And Fury was nearly knocked out off of the back of that. So we know what Usyk's gonna do. The footwork, all of that stuff that he's been doing for a long time. The question is, what is Fury gonna do? Is he gonna be on the back foot like last time? Because for me, in this fight, in this rematch, Fury can't be on the back foot again, allowing Usyk to be dictating terms. He cannot be, distracting himself, putting his hands behind his back, and trying to convince the public, that if Usyk's shots are not landing, because they're landing, bro. That's why you got nearly knocked out in round 9. You allowed the accumulation of punishment. So the way I'm looking at it, I think Fury needs to be paying attention at all times. No unnecessary trying to get the public to think that everything's under control, because it's not about what the public think. You need to make sure that the refs, the judges, because if it wasn't for, I feel like this fight, if it wasn't for the fact that the judges had it so close, and I feel like they gave Fury the benefit of the doubt for a lot of rounds, because I feel like there are rounds that for them to give it that close, I feel like Usyk won a lot of the majority of the rounds. So for them to only split it by the knockdown that Fury had, it shows you the fact that you think Usyk's not going to clock that, and is going to make adjustments in this rematch to make sure it's as clear cut as possible, because that's what Usyk had to do with AJ. They gave, one of the judges had 115, 113 for one of the scorecards for Usyk AJ, and then if you saw in the rematch, Usyk just made sure that this thing looked clear. I'm not doing any of this close call business, any of that stuff. You had to make it look clear. And Usyk is like I said, the king of the adjustments. If he feels that it's not looking clear, it's not looking obvious that he's winning, he's gonna turn up the heat. He's gonna bring all the smoke. Like in the first fight where Fury had success in the 5th or 6th round, Usyk came out the gates in the next round fast, and I could tell that Fury was kind of caught off guard by how Usyk came out the blocks. He just came out fast as if nothing even happened in the previous round, because Usyk said, no. I'm going to dictate the terms. I don't know what you're on. I'm going to dictate the terms. So why you keep smiling as if you think you're winning? I'm going to bring the heat. And that's exactly what Alexander Usyk did. And he will do it again. So for me, from my perspective, taking into account what happened in the previous fight, what I expect, in this fight, I feel like Fury needs to stamp his authority early. He cannot be on the back foot like he was last time, allowing Usyk to push him back. He needs to stamp his authority early in the fight, use his body weight a lot more in place there, and I feel like that's the way he's going to have to go about winning this fight, because last time he didn't box terribly, but I feel like he just gave Usyk just a bit too much peace of mind, in the early going. Usyk don't mind a chess match of boxing. He feels like he'll win that. He's got an advantage on the foot speed. He's got advantage, in terms of his hand speed as well. And he's got advantage in terms of obviously his vast experience as well. Because if you look at the opponents, Fury's fought, he hasn't fought the vast expanse of opponents that Usyk has fought, cruiserweight and heavyweight. So, and taking into account all his experience in amateur boxing as well, Usyk has a lot of experience of how to deal with different sort of scenarios there. So Fury has to be unorthodox. He has to come out the gates and shock Usyk. Can't start conventional and going about business like that, because I feel like that will not work. You think you're just going to go and box Usyk and say, oh yeah, let me box him, and then hopefully I'll find the shots? No, you're not going to find anything. You go there and you go and lose UD and lose split decision. So the keys to victory for me, for Tyson Fury, He's gonna have to come out the blocks earlier. He's gonna have to stamp his authority earlier. He's come in. He weighed in 281 pounds. At the weigh-in, he's weighing a lot more than he did in the first fight. But it's difficult to say what he's really weighing because the guy wore a whole leather jacket and he wore like full tracks. I don't even know what he was wearing, but he didn't look weighing ready. And Usyk came in at 226 pounds. He didn't look weighing ready. They came in still wearing tracksuits and stuff. I don't know the mind games. Nobody wants to really show what they're really weighing, but nevertheless, Fury's probably in and around 270 pounds, probably at the minimum. And Usyk, he weighed in I think 223 at the first fight, so 226 is in and around the same thing. Really, the main thing, because I know what Usyk's gonna do: the boxing, the foot speed, the hand speed, angles, changing at the angles, trying to mentally fatigue Fury, make the big, especially with Fury putting on more weight apparently now. Usyk's definitely going to be using his feet a lot more to try and tire Tyson Fury, gas him out, and then get him more stationary, and then maybe those fast shots are able to have more tendency to land. So I think Fury's going to have to stamp his authority early, man, if he wants any chance of winning this fight. Or this, he hasn't got that equalizing knockout one shot hitter quitter that maybe an AJ or Daniel Dubois or Deontay Wilder or Zhilei Zhang or even Martin Bakole might have late in the fight, where if they're losing, they're behind, they might find that shot that could just put Usyk to sleep. Usyk ain't got that. Fury has not been historically knocking out people, finding shots to knock people out with one shot. He's not done it. If he beats people, like with Deontay Wilder, he had to break him down. The first fight, the rematch, the towel had to be thrown in by Mark Breland, and the second one, Wilder was finished, and he couldn't get Wilder out of there, And from what I've seen, Usyk can take a good shot. Took some good shots off Anthony Joshua. Took some good shots off Fury as well. So that one hit quitter there, Fury hasn't got the delivery system for that sort of stuff. So he's gonna have to stamp his authority early, make Usyk respect him, and make that fight his type of fight, the fight he wants. Make Usyk uncomfortable. Don't allow him, man, to be controlling everything. And Usyk himself, it's difficult to even say what Usyk should do, because Usyk knows how to make the adjustments on the fly. So Fury just needs to catch Usyk off guard and causing problems, and destabilize his ability to really understand what's going on. So that's my take on this one, man. Drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Usyk versus Fury 2? Be sure to like my video, share my video again, and drop your comments. Let's see what happens. Cool.